Whoa, I got checkboxes. That was nice. Wow. This is cool. So, welcome to another devlog. I was just out running and I don't know about what it is with the animals, but on the first video there was a fox running outside the window, and when I was recording the demo yesterday there was a deer running by, and now when I was out running I just came to a bit of a clearing and I was like on the right, like 10 feet away, there was a big moose and I was like, hello, and I waved and I just kept running, and I could hear in the back of my mind, do I need to do no, there's no cubs or anything, so it should be cool. But I think both of us was kind of surprised. It just stood there, so yeah, but it was nice, and it was a really nice run. I had an epiphany about the feature in the other app I'm building, and like, oh yeah, this is how I'm gonna do it. So made a note, and so that was nice. And I also thought about getting some kind of recording running. I thought about it before, but never did anything about it. But let's see if I can find something, sharing some of the beautiful scenery I'm running through. Yeah. But now to the video. The project for today, it's still Google ADK agents, another use case. And the use case is the PRD I heard about. So, and what's this term, the product requirement document, and yeah, this is useful when you're building things. It could be useful anyway, depending, it's like, so the idea is when would I need this? I got introduced to Taskmaster, and in the early stages of creating the task, you're doing the PRD, and from that it generates tasks, and I enjoyed that process, and it worked. And then I saw a video on YouTube about a more advanced process where you're doing epics and user stories, and I was like intrigued. Oh, I wonder if I can use this, or is it going to be too much for me, since this usually big teams do epics and stories, but could I use it in the things I'm developing, or when should I use it? So it kind of, I don't know. Let's find out. So the idea was, can I compare the PRD I made with the Taskmaster that I'm working on with the project, and can I create the thing here and compare? And if I'm generating tasks from both, are they equal, or are they? Because I think this is going to be over-engineered or over too complicated or too complex, so to say. But I don't know. But I thought it would be a fun process to try and take the different steps, because the inspiration I got, he used the gems in Gemini, and I don't have a subscription. I have many subscriptions, but not one of those. And I can't really run that many queries there. So I thought, okay, but I could build an agent and put the different gems, the prompts in different agents, and automate the whole process. So that was the idea. So can I automate the process and do it in the ADK web to start with, and then if I like this and it's useful, can I then integrate it in the other app I'm building? So it's still, can I learn something? So that's the why. So can it be fun? Yeah. It can be a fun YouTube product still. Learning the agent framework, the Google ADK, yeah. And can I, so from idea to product, that life cycle more in depth, in details. So when is more depth good? When is it good? And can I learn something from the process? And I will show you in the video. There was a lot of, whoa, I didn't think about that, and a lot of useful things. So I don't know, and it yeah, got a lot of wheels turning. And so yeah, can I compare it? and in the end, can I generate good tasks? And I even got, okay, so can I automate the task generation and automate the task generation in my system, and then get those tasks to an MCP that I can use with the coding. So there was a lot of, wow, what's possible? so we'll see. And the how, yeah, it's the same as the last video. I can put a card somewhere if you want to check out the image generation. I'm gonna use that one to generate this thumbnail as well, and I'm gonna use the analytics I made as well. I might show that later. But yeah, so the idea was, okay, can I, from each gem, can I make a face and stages in the ADK? That was the whole thing. And yeah, it's possible. It works. We're going to show you later. And can I then, in the end, save the results as an artifact, like a PDF or a Markdown or something? But I also learned during the testing that I think I want to have the artifact saved in all phases. And I think I'm explaining why during the demo. But yeah, and I have many feature integration ideas. I mean, it's so amazing when I'm starting to, and oh, this is possible. Oh, I can do this. I love that flow. And yeah, I'm gonna put the link to his repo where I got the files. I'm gonna put that in the description as well. And when I just logged in, I saw he released version 3. I haven't even looked, but oh well, I did it at the version 2. And I already saw this when it was at version 1. So the version 2 is what I took inspiration from. And yeah, that's the intro. So there's gonna be a longer demo walkthrough we're gonna play, and you're gonna see the process. And it's actually my YouTube app pipeline, because in the first video I talked about I didn't want to get stuck in editing and I did, and I got frustrated and had to use more than one app, and I paid for an app, edited, I added music from the app, and the first time I uploaded it, it got flagged for copywriting, and I was, yeah, that was like, fuck it, I'll build it myself. And I don't know, that's where it started, and it's like, maybe this is the beauty and the curse of development, and knowing the possibilities that, starting seeing some other YouTubers talking about, yeah, fuck it, I'll just build it myself. And I can so relate to that now, and the understanding, and that is also going to be a fun project. And since I already made the analytics part in the web, and that was a fun project as well, to offload the things to the Google Cloud and just running it in a function, that was like really, and seeing it, analyzing it, and returning chapters and transcriptions and summaries, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. So I saw the possibilities, and then it's like, okay, how do you do the video editing? Okay, I need to build an app, and yeah, I build something. I'm gonna not do Electron, I'm gonna do Tauri, and yeah, so but you'll see more in the demo, and that's gonna be kind of one of the things I'm building and sharing, and taking you guys along the journey of building a desktop app with web features and the whole thing, and simplifying the recording process from clicking record to publishing, shortening that gap. I mean, I am the first user. I want to do it for myself. So it's, yeah, let's start this fun project with the more advanced PRD and epics and the stories, and you're gonna see the details and the process and what works and what works. And you can download, just clone the repo and do your thing and modify it. And I'm thinking about doing versions, so when I'm adding something, maybe I'll push the version. I mean, that's the idea. I don't know if it's gonna be like that, but that's the idea right now anyway. So enjoy the demo. What are you playing with agents? Are you having fun, or are you frustrated? Does it work? I'm gonna build a front end for this because I saw some limitations that I'm talking about as well. So, but enjoy, and I'll see you in the demo. Started a new session. I said hi, and I needed to adjust the code, or my coding agent helped me adjust the code. Let's be honest. Can I initialize the starting phase from the idea to the analyst, and I got transferred, and then I wall pasted everything we talked about, and see if it would catch up, and it did. And it tried to simulate the search, but that's not what I want. Low cognitive load, that's what I want. So I mean, I'm so building this for me as well. I'm the first user. It's very clear, and I think that's very important to be the first user. Since I know the pain points real well, and maybe that's the use case. This every creator, yeah, I don't know. This is a new space for me. I don't want all the details. That was kind of my initial pain point. It's too much. I just want some simple drag and drop, and just put everything on a timeline, add some sounds, and so simple, fast, clutter-free. Target audience. Simple, yes, fast, clutter-free. Yeah. I mean, that's what I want. Starting with me. And the AI integration. Yes, I already actually built this. On the first video I published, I used my analytics tool that I built. I will show that later. But I like the whole research. It worked. So that's the workflow works. That's the key thing. I want to implement all this process into the first application I'm building, the dashboard with habits and tasks and stuff, to just get a better interface, and just I'm doing it for me to start with. And you guys watching and feeling the same pains as I did, and want to get started with YouTube maybe, and want a simple pipeline that you can just record, and you can, if you don't do it on the computer, you can just upload, and you can add it to the timeline, you can add music, and then you click next, and then it's gonna be finished, and then you can publish it. I mean, if that sounds like something you would like to try out, you can, when we're at that stage, we can have a waiting list, and you can just join the waiting list, and you can be a beta tester or alpha tester, who knows. I already built a front end where you can log in, and you can upload, and you can do the analytics, and you get the transcriptions and the chapters and the summary. So that's nice. So that was a fun project. And I like this. So it's, I mean, I see the value in this when you're building something from scratch, and you're aiming to do a real project or a product. I really see the value in this process. So this is nice to know. So what should I, to actually scope it down, because I have a tendency to add features and features. And I saw something about that somewhere, that's a common problem, that you overscope, or just another feature. I was so laughing when I read that for the first time. So no direct social. So I mean, yeah, we don't need to connect to the YouTube API and upload directly. We can just do an export in the MVP. That's and no mobile. Yes, but that's all good. So I mean, there's no issues with anything. This workflow is producing, as far as I can tell. Then I'm not an expert in this area. I'm just scope. Yeah, this one. This one was. I was so laughing at this one. Temptation to add just one more feature. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there. Can you relate to adding this little button? Is that where it starts, for when you have all the buttons everywhere? Oh, this would be nice. Yeah, so scoping it down. So, and yeah, I can so see, if I would generate these into tasks, and then get it integrating into my bigger dashboard where I have the task and work with the tasks, to have the AI hold me in scope, hold me accountable to, I'm not allowed to add features. I mean, that I so gonna do that. So actually in the gamification, I am implementing, the accountability for habits and tasks. So to have this accountability to that, I'm not allowed to add things, hold me accountable for it, and there's going to be consequences if I try to create something, or maybe there's like it's not possible. I don't know at what depth I want the accountability when it's good or not. User personas, I really enjoy this. Okay, I'm not 28, but it's a software part-time YouTuber. Yes, I'm not a software developer, but it was a good. I'm a good use case here. I know someone who fits this profile as well. Getting overwhelmed with the technologies and just like, yeah. So can I? Yeah. Okay. So this is the final draft for the whole PRD, and this is a lot of more depth and detail than I was used to in the Taskmaster. It's definitely a big difference, a huge difference. So, but I had one idea. Would I try to create the whole application in the initial smaller PRD I made, because I already generated all the tasks for it through Taskmaster, and so. But would I want to run that on the side and then do the same with this, like comparison? I don't know. It could be a fun comparison to try, and do I see any difference? I don't know. We'll see if I want to use the credits, the API credits or not. So core functionality, video recording, simple video editing, yeah, powered, yes, export, subscription, monetization, yes. And then it's breaking it down, and we're doing the user stories. We're at the architect. We're gonna try a live run and see how far we get. The web app where the analytics are running already is Next.js, and I wanna have some kind of web part as well. It would be best to do a mono repo with shared components. That's what I kind of discovered, that I want to do this in the smaller PRD I started with Taskmaster. So I'm just gonna say what I already discovered, and I'm gonna talk about the whys and send in the little architect sketch, and let's see what's the response. So I already done some research. And let's see what we get in return. There's a white box around the recording, so I was just wondering what's this. Okay, this is fantastic information. Yeah, and thanks for sharing your exciting research on the template you found. Okay, this clarifies the Next.js question. Yep. Yeah. There was like, there's two different modes: incremental mode for or you can go YOLO mode. Yeah, that would be fun to try that and see if it just spits out all the tasks. Do it in a smaller project maybe. Yeah. I'm considering actually to swapping my Supabase and Neo4j and Quadrant to do everything in Google, just since the AR parts, the Vertex and the Gemini is there, it's going to be better latency. I don't know. I haven't done the research yet, but I will definitely do some. It's producing something. Data flow. Oh, it did the diagram as well. That's nice. Should we just AI repair? Ooh, let's try the AI repair. Yay, here we go. Okay, user interacts. This is nice. Wow, cool. Anandya, that's the product name. Prototyping, yeah. Cool. It's nice. Let's pause and give it some versions. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, I kind of got the versions from what I have in the template for Tauri app and the front end. And I also check the latest version for the Rust. So I'm just gonna paste in the versions I wanna get started with. Let's see how that goes. And yeah, the payment and the music API, that's gonna need some more research. Oh, last time I recorded there was a fox, and now we're having a deer. It's nice. The animals are joining. Let's see if it gets what I'm doing. So yeah, let's see if it's gonna understand the versioning, if it's too detailed or not. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Extremely helpful. Exact version of your packages, and yeah, okay, that's good. I want the latest, and we know the LLMs don't have the latest information, so I think it's always good to do research yourself in the beginning to just, I want to use the latest and then actually paste the versions, because it's not gonna know what the latest are if you don't have like a research phase before this, like, okay, go off a research version, So I mean, you could add a research phase here where you get tool access, of course. Maybe that's an extension in this. Great! Oh, yeah, we've got it. Yes, project structure, mono repo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's a nice format. Looks good. Nice. I'm enjoying this process. Oh, we're getting this kind of level. Okay. Testing strategy. Yes, let's look at the testing strategy. Looks good. Let's move on. I wonder if it's gonna write unit. Okay. Verify functional and prevent. Okay. Testing level scope. Unit test. Integration testing. End-to-end testing. Manual testing. Yes. Unit testing. Okay. Yep. Front end. Okay. Just yes. Yeah, I actually implemented this into my other front end yesterday. I was finally got started with testing. Are there any new developers out there who has not started testing yet? Everyone's talking about the tests, and I can, yeah, I see the value, but sometimes, yeah. and I actually got help writing some tests for this application, what we're running at the moment in the Python as well. Yeah, it's lunch workout time, but a part of me just wanna finish. Let's see if we can finish this phase and then take a break. Whoa, I got checkboxes. That was nice. Clean separation of concerns, technology. Okay, pass, pass, pass. Oh, this is nice. AI. Okay, okay. Wow. Wow. This is cool. Yeah. Is anyone else enjoying these kind of details? You know, when you get a green checkbox, everything passed. I don't know. It's the team. Yeah, that's me and my coding buddy. I assume some of the where you get, you know, pay for music as a user, you can actually, there's API access. I mean, if not, I guess we're gonna do AI generated music as well. We'll see. And the payment is just gonna either just do Stripe, or I found Polar seem nice as well. I don't know about it. I haven't investigated. Performance, okay. And back to the architect. Yes, yes, yes. All right, nice. I'm gonna save all data, take a workout lunch break, and continue this. Yeah. Nice. All right. Let's see if the handoff is going to work. I am noticing things are not getting pushed to state. Still at get idea. So something is not working, even though the transfer of the agent seemed to get something. So yeah, after 89, I don't want to start over. That's very clear. But well, at least we have this, and in theory, I could just, since I copied everything, I could just come to the architect again and just paste in the PRD and the architectural plan, and we should be able to just move on, of course. But handoff, yes, okay. Sounds good. Let's move on. Please transfer to the DO. Oh, yeah, okay. Context verb not found. Epic number. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, it didn't work. All right. Let's troubleshoot then, I guess. To be continued. Maybe we'll do a little code troubleshooting. Let's see what the issue is about. All right, let's look at the code. The fun part. So this is the version 1. Version 0 totally failed. It got too overcomplicated. I got stuck in the just wanting something done fast, not learning all the steps. So this morning I just, or last night I started to watching the a masterclass online I found, and there was some key points like, okay, why did I miss that? Yeah, okay, I just wanted something fast fixed. So learning small steps. I also see the value in getting stuck like that, because I usually realize after a while, okay, this is an indicator that I need to go a step deeper, learn a bit more. So I'm getting help. Yeah. So that's nice. All right. So this is the whole workflow. I'm just gonna show kind of what agents I have, the basics, the prompts. I mean, this is just, there's no, like, the only tool is the search tool. So there's just prompting and faces, and it's doing the LLM is doing the magic, so to say. So with prompting. So prompt engineering, automated with specific rules. So yeah, like always, we have a root agent, the main agent, and I'm using the 2.5 Pro the preview. So the newest engine, or yeah, so to say. And yeah, it's a idea to blueprint pipeline, and we have sub agents. So we have an analyst. So we have sub agents. So there's many agents. So we have but the main sub agents are an analyst, product manager, an architect, and a product owner and scrum master. And we have one tool here for the memory for the saving states. And what else? We have some predefined stuff, like you saw in the state. Some of the namings we're defining those here, and yeah, we could do some cleanup MDs just because I want it as markdown later, but you could clean it up, or I could clean it up later. But yeah, these are the different, and we have types that kind of define what some of the keys or fields in the state. Yeah, those values. And I kind of just copied what the Google the Google example and the travel thing used, and I can, yeah, okay, so I can just do the same but swap it for my values. So that was like my thought process. And we have defined the different states. So if you're just starting up, you have an empty config, you know, you're going to be start, but the idea is if you put some other state and you in the config, or you can just start from there too, so you don't need to go through all the phases again. And you have, you know, you need to approve stuff, and these are those steps. And yeah, there's some logging integration, and this is just what you see in the state. So you're always at the start, but here in theory, I haven't tested that, but you could put, if you put that done and you put history and you put your idea already, and so like you're starting at, we're at somewhere here now, I think. But yeah, that's the idea. I haven't tested that, but you're free to play around. And I mean, the later thing would put this in a database and not just a config file too. Yeah. Right. And the tool, we have the deep research, and this is heavily, yeah. And this is just, yeah, if you're gonna choose to do deep research, you need to get an API key, and I'm almost sure there's a free tier you can get. So yeah, you're gonna need that as well. And this is just a basic tool I made a while ago, or my assistant coded for me. Let's be honest. Yeah, and then the memory. This is just a kind of copy from the travel agent. And the only thing we did was to set the initial state, and I kind of adapted it to the phases I have, and this is, so it's loading this. So this is the callback for the root agent. So, and we're getting the configuration file. Yeah. So this is the root agent, and this is the prompt for the root agent, the instructions. So, and a lot of, almost everything is inspired from the BMAD method. Yeah. And what I did is, like, these are this is new from version 0 to version 1. I'm using these two. So when it sees the prompt, it's gonna inject the state information, that this is the state information. And this is, when this clicked, I was like, why did the coding assistant overcomplicate things when it has the documentation? That's sometimes I get frustrated about. But you have this documentation and you have the examples. Why would you engineer things? But that's, if you're vibe coding, have you ever got stuck with agents over-engineering things, over-complicating things? Leave a comment below. And I don't like the term vibe coding. I don't see myself as a vibe coder. I don't know. I don't know. It's not a term that resonates. I don't know what I am. But I'm not like architect, engineer, learning. Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, so we're injecting states. So it's like prompt injection. Yeah. And I do this. I mean, I do this in my other app. So but it didn't click before. But okay, yeah. So you need to inject what's in state, or this is something you fetch from a database, and yeah. So yeah. So there's instructions and there's delegation. So, and you can delegate to these agents. So it's the basic, like in the previous example from the image thing. You know, you just delegate to the image agent, but now you can delegate to different agents for different stages. And I also implemented some flexibility in this in version 1, because otherwise it got kind of stuck, and I was, after 98 steps it crashed, and I didn't want to do 98 steps again. So I kind of, can we go to this phase? And it said, but no, we're at the start phase. So yeah, so I haven't tried it, but hopefully if you put something in the config, it should be able to jump, but it should be able to jump as well. But I haven't tested, so welcome to test and leave a comment if it works, or yeah. So yeah, and then we have all the sub agents. So we have the analyst, and the analyst has sub agents. So this is also new from version 1, that I'm. So we're importing the instructions, and we're importing the search agent. We imported the memory thing, and we're importing the types to get, because we want a specific output schema. So these are things I implemented in version 1 as well. So getting the right, and this is the simple thing to put things in the state that I didn't get before, the output key. But it was like, Brandon, I think, wow, thank you for that. When that clicked, it was like, wow, why did it it's just one little thing. But yeah, now I got it. Super nice. And this is like, you put this in state, and you're gonna use the brain summary schema, and that's the summary key inside. So yeah, that's the how it's doing it, and I like that. And it's using a JSON response, so it's doing it JSON format. So, but yeah, so there's another sub-agent in the sub-agent that's doing the brainstorming, the research findings, and everything like that. And then we have the analyst who has sub-agents. So yeah, and that's the kind of I'm gonna show. And there's a prompt for this one as well. And I mean, you can just download it and look at the steps. I'm not going to go through everything, but it's like output format. But you saw the output in the demo, so it's very. This is where you tune that, and maybe this can be improved, of course. I mean, I don't know all the terminology and how this updated this is, but it felt correct when I looked at the technical stuff. So, but yeah. Basic prompting, steps, instructions were very clear what we want, and then we're saving stuff, and we're with the key, and yeah, that's it. And here again, you know, it's getting the idea. That's the first thing, and then it's these are the important parts. So it's getting the state information. Yes, and then we have the architect is the same thing. It has different prompts. The same thing here, and the same thing. It's gonna save the architectural, and it's gonna use this output schema. So it's the same thing. And the prompt is the same thing. You can just go through it if you want. And then you have the product manager. It's the same. I mean, it's the same setup. And the prompt, and yeah. I mean, there's a clear example how the output should be. So it's kind of, so there's templates, so to say, for everything. So it can't overcomplicate things or go the wrong way. Yeah, and there's a search agent. Yes, search instruction, and it's using the search tool. So this is kind of the only other tools that's used, and the search prompt for doing the deep research. And yeah, I mean, that was the code. You saw the demo, you saw the why, the how. There's going to be more. I have a plan to take the last things and do task of that, and maybe there's going to be a version 2. I don't know exactly where this takes me, but I'm gonna see if I can get some tasks and start working with the task. That's the next step anyway. So yeah, you know the drill. Like and subscribe and leave a comment if you want more like this. And let's join this journey in developing agents and having fun with AI and checking in on life as well. Let's not forget life. So yeah, take care, and I'll see you later.